Today we're going to talk about Hitler's spy web in South America. This is the third book in the Hitler Escape series. And the first book, Hitler in Argentina, explains absolutely and proves Hitler and Eva Braun did escape to South America. The second book, Hitler and the Secret Alliance, explains how it was so easy for Adolf and Eva Hitler and tens of thousands of others to easily assimilate into the Argentine culture, and other South American countries too, Paraguay, Brazil, and others. Okay, let's talk about Hitler's spy web in South America. Pardon me while I look at my cheat notes. Chapter 1, Argentina's place in the war. It goes in great depth into how Argentina opened the doors and welcomed those escaping from the Third Reich. Germans, Italians, Croats, and many, many more. We also go into detail on Huemel Island in Lake Nahuelhuapi, where German scientists, Austrian actually, but still German by bloodline, built a nuclear research laboratory 2 years after the war ended. They started in 1947, and they finally shut down in the early 1950s when Juan Perón shut the checkbook. Chapter 2, Top Secret Delta Files. These are files that our agent Pizarro put together with his team in Germany. They dug into files way, way deep. And unfortunately, he died under mysterious circumstances some years ago. Chapter 3 talks about unusual airplanes down there, including the Ju-390 that brought Hitler down as far as Uruguay. It didn't have long enough range to make Argentina, so they landed on an estancia near Paysandú, Uruguay. It's all in the book, and also 3 Ju-88s that were fitted with wing tanks, belly tanks, and they brought some of Rattenhuber's people down to South America. They flew down to the bulge of Africa, refueling as necessary, crossed the narrowest part of the southern Atlantic to Brazil, and then down, and they landed in Argentina. Chapter 4 is all about the spooks, spies in South America. Chapter 5, it's entitled Too Many U-Boats. Okay, we know U-530 under Otto Wermuth, member of Sharkhunters, surrendered in Mar del Plata late July 1945, and about 8 days later, U-977 under Heinz Schaefer surrendered. Okay, there's 2 U-boats. They were surrendered to the Americans and brought back later on for destruction. So when it came time to repatriate all the Germans down there, they had 4 U-boat crews. Nobody knew which boat they were on. They had no identifying paperwork, nothing. But they had 2 U-boats and 4 crews. This chapter goes into why. Chapter 6 is a lot about the history we discovered. You'll see it. Chapter 7, the open freeway to escape. At the end of April 45, under a plan, Dönitz sent all his available Type 9 U-boats against the American East Coast. There were a couple of dozen, and he sent almost 100 Type 7s all around England. I didn't think there were that many left, but we checked it, and a lot of the skippers were members of Sharkhunters. No U-boats in the middle of the Atlantic, all on the east or the western coast. That pulled all the ASW assets off the middle of the Atlantic, and down the 30th meridian was about a 400 or 500 mile wide open freeway. Ships, boats, sailing craft, etc., headed down that way to escape. And if they needed food or fresh water, Chapter 8, Trindade, the international pit stop. I've been on that island, not to be confused with Trinidad, it's Trindade, in the middle of the central South Atlantic. It's about a 2.5 mile long rock, mile and a half wide. Lots and lots and lots of freshwater springs and creeks and little tiny lakes. So there was plenty of fresh water. At this time in the war and after the war, there were herds of goats, wild turtles, and pigs. So there was plenty of meat, plenty of fresh water. And the Germans occupied that island from 1939 until 41, and they came back when the war was over, 1945. And I saw the marker for a grave of a German sailor who was killed accidentally on the island, July 1945. The war was over in May 45. So what was this guy doing there in July 45? The Germans occupied that island for many years afterwards. Go to sharkhunters.com and click on shop, then click on books. Click on books, and you'll see all the different books we have. Give us a call, order from us, or that's at 352-637-2917, or just go to our shopping cart, order that way, or order online from Amazon. Whatever way, you're going to get some fantastic reading. We have sold over 55,000 books total so far, with the guarantee that if you're not happy with the book, send it back and your full purchase price will be refunded. So far, after 55,000 books, not one single book has been returned. Let's hope you're not the first one. Give us a call, place your order now.